Good morning. Look, it still is the morning and I've only just got in here. So I've been pretty busy this morning. I had a 5:30 meeting. Wednesdays are busy mornings for me. So probably it's a good idea that I let you guys know that Wednesday will probably happen a little bit later. I then had I had Rotary, which was amazing. Chris Bishop turned up to the Rotary meeting. Thank you so much, Chris, for showing up, giving us some insights. It's really nice to stay connected to local government, and when you can't, when the only way that we can connect with government, and it is a significant part of our life right now, it was great to have him join our Rotary group, and I'm pretty sure Ginny Anderson's going to join our next one, which would be awesome. I also then had a client, which was great, and I just got off a call with a couple of younger than me, Māori men, who one by the name of Ian, the other one by Zeke, and these two men are we're part of a rōpū within Young Enterprise to help bring entrepreneur and business and innovation to Māori, to the rangatahi. And I guess, I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about this morning, but I want today to talk about inspiration and where you get inspired. So yesterday I talked about what are you leaving in COVID. I shared a little bit about what I'm leaving in COVID. What do I take with me from COVID? And this week is really a week of reflection and inspiration as we start to progress towards what coming out of COVID-19 is going to look like. And so today I was struggling, and even I'm about to talk to Mandy Jones. She booked a time with me, which is funny and cute and cool. And even Mandy said to me, where do you get your inspiration for your daily topics? And to be honest, today, I wasn't sure where my inspiration was going to come from, to be fair. I thought maybe it was the conversations that Chris Bishop had during our Rotary meeting. And please don't get me wrong, it was fantastic to have him there. And then I had this hour, and I could have spoken to these young men, 33, 22, both of them completed their Masters in Business, MBAs, both of them fluent in the reo, both of them with amazing stories around hardship and poverty, and how they've had to really change and become transformational in the way in which they see the world to change. One story was how one of the young men who's 22, he was homeless for 3 years as a child. He talked about how when he was in year 7, how the thing that changed his world was realising that his two friends, the only ambition they had, being Māori, was to become a prospect for the gangs. And their conversation was, oh bro, we're Māori, we don't have aspirations. I'm just going to patch up, go. And so today I want to talk about change, and I'm inspired by these young men. I'm inspired by the fact, and it was funny, if you ever get a chance to watch The Dark Horse, please do, but essentially this was part of that young man's story, is that he had that teacher that pulled them out of obscurity and exposed them to stuff that they wouldn't have otherwise been exposed to. So I walked away from that meeting. I have my own story, obviously, and I have my own stuff, and I've had my own journey, so I got to share that with them. I don't know whether that inspired them or not. Maybe it did, but I definitely walked away inspired from that. So my question to you is today, what inspires you? And do you look for those moments daily? Because I guarantee you will have had at least 4 or 5 moments happen during an average day where you could be inspired. It might be watching an elderly couple walking down the street holding each other's hands to make you think, man, what does it take to get a relationship like that? That could span 40, 50, 60, 70 years. It might be watching your niece or your child do something amazing for the first time. It might be just taking time to look at how amazing you are and what you do. So my question today, as we move through this period of reflection, so this week is a reflective week because we know we're coming out of COVID, and you can look at this at a number of levels, and I had this exact same conversation with my client this morning. he was like, he has been made redundant. He has no job to go to, and so we are pivoting and transitioning him into his own business. And in order to do that, I said one of the tools that we worked together with today was to work with what sits in your emotive state, and then bring it into your conscious, into your working memory, into your thinking, and then create the construct off the back of that, so that you've got that internal drive that lives deep within you, access that subconscious, and then bring it into the conscious world. And I had that conversation with him, and then I have just been ridiculously inspired by these two brilliant young Māori men. And my question to you out there today is, where do you get inspired? And are you looking for inspiration? Because every day I'm looking for inspiration. And what that means is, please don't get me wrong, there's tough times as well, you know. And it doesn't mean that the tough times go away, but when you look for inspiration in your life, you deal with tough times way better. So my friends, my beautiful boys and girls out there, men and women, thank you for watching these. And I hope today, I'm sorry today's taken so long to get to you, but I would love for you to write on this post, or even to private message me, what inspires you? What inspires you today? Look for inspiration in your world. I promise you'll find it. I promise you'll find it. And take time to sit and nourish that within you, because we all deserve it. We all deserve it. So much love to you all. Have a fantastic Wednesday. See you tomorrow.